Good day, ladies and gentlemen, or should I say good evening? Apologies for the slight delay. Unfortunately, some things cannot wait, even if it's at almost 7 p.m. on a Sunday evening, but these things happen. I won't go into what caused the delay, just that there was a delay, but nevertheless, we are here at Brazil. The infamous, the very famous Interlagos circuit. That's what I was trying to say. I was trying to say Interlagos and famous at the exact same time. I'm just gonna briefly bring up the stream on my phone. Oh, need to turn off the noises. Thank you very much. Got my controller. There we go. Right, so. Oh, and the controller's still being silly. Right. Don't think there's any settings I need to fiddle with. And hopefully you can hear me quite alright. Oh yes, and of course the controller is still vibrating, even though I'm, well, not actually driving. Oh god, why is that there? Okay, I'm pretty sure, though, that massive black shadow in the distance, that wasn't there a couple of patches ago, I'm sure of it. So something, I think that's a game issue rather than my settings or whatever. Extremely irritating, but something that we're probably going to have to live with for a little while until it either gets patched out or I don't know. Pretty sure it's a game issue. Arriving here with Big Six. Oddly that he's... Well, actually, no, he can't use the number 6, can he? Because Nicholas Latifi is using the number 6 in real life, so he's got to go with number 2, probably. We've already, oddly enough, had 2 retirements. I'm not sure if they had quali bans or something, but Angel in a Williams and Bubbly... Oh, Big 6 goes off! So now we've had 3 retirements. At least we know what the cause of one of them was. But Angel and Bubbly and the Aston Martin, they never left the confines of the pits. Something's going on. That's what I was looking for. Right. So Lero Fusion will ride with Fusion here for a while in the AlphaTauri, using the number 7 that was until last year being used by Kimi Räikkönen and now being used by, well, someone else, I guess. Actually, no, it's not being used by anyone in real life, is it? But whatever. Currently, fastest lap provisional pole is Shankstar in the... Not Shankstar, Sherlock, sorry, my apologies, got the names mixed up. 108.6, that's a terrible camera angle, I don't want to look out of his arse. Going exactly 100th of a second quicker is Pookie. So very close between those two. Finley has gone 3rd, we've had quite a few lap times set. Now, who's going to be next? It's going to be Daniel99. Just to impress? Absolutely. 0.110 quicker than Pookie. Who's going to be next? It will be Lero Fusion. Comes across the line. Only 9th fastest. Next, it's going to be... Actually, no, that's probably going to come straight into the pits. Yes, that's Sherlock. Someone who probably isn't going to be coming to the pits, though, is... God, this guy again. Dave. What can he do in the Haas? We've had a spin, possibly, from one of the McLarens, as Dave goes 11th. And Lasso immediately goes P1. Not in keeping with our point... with the... Yes, the time ending in a 3, mister. So that was Lasso, I think, who was going slowly? Or, no, it was actually Pookie, probably. Yeah, he's gone for a cool-down lap or something. And he's allowing the one remaining Aston Martin of Groffel past. Groffel, 0.249 up on his previous best. Through Sector 1, at least. Now going through Sector 2 with the... rather famous section. I just wish I could remember what all the names of the corners were. I do know that the final corner, or I guess penultimate corner, the famous one where Hamilton overtook Glock in the final lap of the 2008 Grand Prix, that one's called Junsao, or Junkao, or however you pronounce it. I didn't catch what his Sector 2 improvement was, if he had one at all. 0.516, so this should at least put him into the 109s, and it does, but he lost time through Sector 3. So still slowest man on track. Quack has invalidated his lap. TomTom, who had a disastrous race last time out, almost, sort of. I don't remember where he finished, actually. Haven't looked at the standings, haven't updated anyone on the standings. That's something that Oscar needs to remind me about doing, I guess. TomTom, the one remaining Mercedes, coming through the Senna S's. Using the number 88 of Robert Kubica, also Rio Haryanto. Remember him? Yellow flags at turn... I don't know. That's the... I think... Is that Quack? No, it's not Quack. It's Alord on his outlap. Quack, though, is not in an outlap. He's definitely going for it. Hasn't set a lap time yet, nor has Jabber. Goshan has just come out for his first time lap. TomTom is gonna be the first of this bottom 4 to set a lap time here. Where is this going to put him? DRS wide open, or not as wise as it should be. And TomTom goes P2. Quack manages to go only P14. And then Jabber, not far behind. Oh, there's been a spin for a Red Bull in the second sector as Jabber goes slowest of the drivers so far. So Groffel isn't the slowest anymore. Goshan now heading towards what is probably going to end up being at least P4. You never know. I think Sherlock has actually improved. I don't know. Did he? I don't remember. Oh, there's been a spin, I think. Is that Jabber? Oh, yeah, Jabber has crashed or something on the exit of turn 5. Or 4. Is that 4? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, turn 4, sorry. As Daniel now goes provisional pole with just over 9 minutes of the session to go. And getting a bit of a slipstream from the Red Bull, Goshan goes P1 by almost about 7/10 of a second, actually. That's pretty damn quick. Anyone on a timed lap at the minute? Sherlock? No, he's coming in. Pookie on an outlap will ride with Pookie here, see what he can do. Can he improve much? Here's my controller, still having a hissy fit. Ah! Almost falling off my crossed legs. Because, I don't know, game's just been stupid. Because apparently I'm driving, I guess. Ah. Oh! I was paying attention to my phone just there, and I've just seen that Pookie has spun. He's lost it on the exit of turn 7, I guess. That's not smart. Well, I don't know if it was... It wasn't smart, but it was maybe outside of his control. Trying to manhandle my controller to make sure it doesn't escape from me as... Oh! Almost. Oh. Fortunately, Lasso wasn't on a timed lap there. He wasn't trying to go for a lap time. He was just on his out lap. So that near disaster, fortunately, averted. As Lasso now going... Well, hopefully going to try and improve his lap time. He was provisional pole for a little while, but now he's only in 5th. What's his sector 1 time? 0.1, yeah, 1.5 quicker than his previous best. I can feel the wheel spin as he tries to find traction on the exits of these turns. Now into the twisty bits. Every circuit has twisty bits. If I don't know the name of the section, aside from Sector 2, I just call it the twisty bits and call it a day. Ah, that should be the Albon corner there. Where Hamilton punted Alex Albon and prevented him from getting his maiden podium. But it gave Gasly his maiden podium, so there's that. Lasso then, on the final stretch, comes across the line, 107.9, yes, that's P2, and the camera has decided, no, the camera decided, it's like real life TV direction. Just stuck on one angle for long after it had become irrelevant. Someone else to ride on with is Quack. Now, Quack hasn't had the best first time lap here. 109.634 could do a lot better. That's almost, in fact, that is just over 2 seconds slower than Goshan's best lap. What is Quack gonna do in Sector 1? Does improve by a little under 0.2 of a second. Oh, goes wide though and invalidates. So that's that lap already scrubbed. But the tyres won't be. Oh, controller. Hang on. Where was I? Yes. Tyres shouldn't be too scrubbed, and he is recharging his battery, so he'll be able to go for another run. Shankstar is on another flying lap. Now, Shankstar, as I recall, he was doing pretty well at the Imola race last time. Not doing too well here, though. 109.224. That's 1.8 seconds or so behind Goshan. Got another yellow flag. That's the one of the Ferraris letting the other one past. I think that's Sherlock letting Daniel past. Indeed it was, but Daniel has invalidated. Sherlock's on an outlap, so maybe Daniel could provide... No, Sherlock's not going for it. Used up a lot of his battery too, somehow. Who was I with? Shankstar. He's 0.265 up through Sector 1, 0.392 up in Sector 2, so if he keeps up this pace, he should at least end up somewhere in the 108s, where the majority of the drivers are. Where's this going to put him? Doesn't hug the inside wall like some drivers do. Goes P10. 10. Meanwhile, Quack is coming through Jun Sao. A second quicker than his previous best, but he's already used up all of his energy. He doesn't have a lot left, and no, he doesn't pit. Hugging the inside corner, he's run out of energy, but still goes P8. So he must have had a big mistake on his previous flying lap. Goshan is going for it again, though his lights are flashing. So he's recovering. Yeah, that's not a representative time, so I think we're just seeing his in-lap here. He's gone for an out-lap at some point. Flying lap, but I don't think he's improved. What about Sherlock? No, that's not going to be a representative time at all. Is he going to go for a lap, or is he going to come straight in? No, he's not coming in. He's going for it. Yellow flag from a McLaren. That would probably be Pookie, who's going for another flying lap in just a few corners' time. Quack will be coming in. Lasso is on an out lap. He's going for it now. Only 2 minutes and 15 seconds of the session left as Level Fusion very close to being collected by A-Lord. Or A-Lord, or however you pronounce it. I've always been saying A-Lord. Going through the twisty bits now. What can A-Lord do? Ooh. That was a spin, I think, for Sherlock. He's facing the other way? Or did he just come to a complete stop? I think he just came to a complete stop. A-Lord, ooh, not improving. Maybe he improved through Sector 1, but he certainly hasn't improved through Sector 2. Can he make up the time through Sector 3, or is he going to abort? No, he does not abort. Not going narrow either, and yeah, it doesn't really improve a lot at all. Where is Sherlock gonna be? We already know that. He slowed down. Lots of people out on flying laps, or out laps at least. There's Quack coming out again, but I'm pretty sure he's left it way too late. So the most he can do is provide a, what do you call it? A slipstream, a tow for A-Lord. Meanwhile, Reese has crashed and someone else has spun. Groffle has spun on the... Oh, turn 1. That is an odd place to crash. Lost his front wing too, so that's his qualifying over. Goshan on his out lap as well. He will get a flying lap in here at the death of the session. I don't know who I'm going to run with here. A-Lord's coming in. Level Fusion will be the first across the line. And he does manage to improve to P12. Shagside's just started his lap. There's 15 seconds of the siege. Oh, that's almost gone very wrong. Lagand has also crashed or something. And we'll ride with Goshan, I guess, or Lasso. Lasso has actually not improved on this lap, so he will probably stay P2. Yes, he stays P2. Daniel also does not improve. Pookie did improve to P6 in the end. TomTom is not going to improve. Isti will improve to P2. Goshan then, his pole position is in the bag here, and a good thing as well, because that looked like a very scruffy corner there. I think the only one who can actually challenge him right now is Sherlock. Oh, not anymore, he can't. Switch to him just in time to see him spinning. So yes, Goshan, he did have a rather measly Sector 2 and Sector 3. Doesn't matter in the end. That's already pole position secured. Don't you just hate it when you try and screw the cap onto a bottle and the cap has other ideas and goes flying away? Fortunately, it didn't fly away too far. So there's your pole sitter for the Brazilian Grand Prix. I guess it's technically Sao Paulo these days, but shh. Let's pretend they don't want to cut down a bunch of rainforests to create a rubbish new racetrack. When you have an amazing racetrack right here. Right. Oh, gosh, I don't know if he's more like Lewis Hamilton or more like Max Verstappen, because that is a fair margin between Goshan and his teammate Isti. If only I could be that fast. I always look at these things and think, wow, these guys are so fast. Why can't I be that good? I have yet to find the one thing that I'm really, really good at that isn't eating too much. Who knows? Maybe I've just still yet to find it. We'll see. Looking rather cloudy today at Interlagos. Now, I don't know if it's going to rain later, maybe it will clear up, or maybe it will just stay cloudy. Maybe that's something that would be nice to know. If anyone can tell me what the weather is going to be like, do let me know. I know in CRS they like to tell me, but here, silence. Alpine 1-2. So what tyres will people be starting on? Well, I guess it's no real surprise that the majority of drivers will be starting on the medium compound tyres, with Sherlock being the sole starter on soft rubber, and Quack being the sole starter on hard tyres. I just wish half the track wasn't made out of black hole material, as Isti spun off in the background there. I think maybe he got collected by... Oh yeah. Few people got collected by other people and have been reset to the track, to the grid, so they won't get ideal starting positions. So Goshan will be the first driver to form up, followed by Daniel, who's technically 5th. But currently he's running 2nd. Who knows, maybe he will run 2nd at some point in the race. We'll just have to see. Wait and see. So we'll see what Goshan tries to do when he lines up. Maybe he'll try to cover off his teammate Isti. We can see that he's trying to warm up his tyres, and that is a rather aggressive angle. It looked more aggressive than it was, I guess. It just took an aggressive angle in and then straightened up. Few people getting disqualified. They're missing the grid slot. But we're getting a fairly nice camera angle here. Not the greatest angle. That will have to do. 5 lights on, and Lights out, and away we go for the Sao Paulo round of the Huts Grand Prix Championship League. Oh, there's contact already between Isti and I think that's Lasso. Isti's gonna find himself pretty close to the bottom, I would imagine, and there's also Gruffle dead last as well. Yellow flags are plenty. Reese has gone round as well. Oh dear. That was not a particularly great start. Isti finds himself P18. He was starting second on the grid. Now he's 17th now. As A-Lord made a mistake there. Lasso did get up to P2, and Daniel now up to P3. Pookie in P4. Sherlock, I reckon his soft tyres gonna be helping him a lot here. We'll turn that off. Look at the position changes. And yep, Sherlock has made up 3 positions. Shankstar has made up 4. Bubbly is up 8. Incredible. And at the lower end of the spectrum, Isti has lost 15 as Sherlock goes round the outside of Pookie to make it currently a Ferrari 3-4. That's those soft tyres at work there. What can Pookie do as some drivers are already pitting, presumably for crash damage? Sherlock getting a bit out of shape there through the center S. Pookie was looking at the inside, but I guess the soft rubber helped him out there. Will Daniel actually makes way, but he's also, oh no! Oh dear, that didn't work out too well. And Pookie and Daniel are tumbling down the field. Well, Daniel was trying to just let Sherlock past. I don't think he counted on Pookie trying to get past too. It's too early for team orders, mates. Oh dear. So Daniel, I'm pretty sure, has a broken front wing. He's got Reese for company, though probably not for long, as no. That's Charles Leclerc style damage. Daniel can drive through that, I guess. What can Big Six have fixed everything up is what's Pookie's damage like as Lasso sets the current fastest lap. Pookie's damage looks non-existent, but we'll see. Lasso then getting pretty close to Goshan, and we do have DRS enabled on this lap. Got Lasso getting pretty close to the Alpine. The DRS will be helping him. Yes, Daniel and Pookie are pitting for new front wings, so that's their race is ruined unless there's a safety car. Lasso felt like he was locking up if my controller vibrations are anything to go by. Lasso will definitely have the DRS going down the main straight. As they go through Junsao, the gap is around 0.4 of a second, 3.5 of a second. Lasso using up his energy, trying to close the gap. Even before the DRS, he has the DRS, he's going up the inside, and that's a change of the lead. Lasso sets the fastest lap again. Oh, I thought that was Ferrari going round for a second, but just trick of the light, I guess. Now Goshan will get the DRS down to turn 4. Is he going to make much of an effort? No, I think maybe he's just content to sit here for now. Just keep Lasso within range. Meanwhile, battle for 4th is between Sherlock and Finley Norman. I wonder if he goes by the nickname Machine. That's a Fury reference. If you've not seen Fury, it's... I don't know, maybe it's not the movie for you, but I love it. Not the greatest movie. Oh, so there's been a spin. I think that is... Angel? No, it was Jabba. And he's got cooked rear tyres, so that's not going to help him out there. Lasso now under threat from Goshan. We're going to see a bit of... lead-changing ping-pong. Oh, I don't know what... Crofty used the word earlier in the Belgian Grand Prix, and I can't remember what they were. Oh, Lasso defending very nicely. But the Goshen's going to have the DRS again down to turn 4. Is he going to be able to make the move? He has the outside. It's a bit of a Hamilton-Verstappen situation. Slightly forced wide, but not completely off the circuit. Goshen has to sit back for now. Controller, please stop vibrating. Oh, yellow flag again in Sector 2. That's Lagand, who spun on the exit of turn 7. Whatever. Big Six coming into the pits. Not sure why. I guess his soft tyres are already feeling... Oh, wait, he went onto soft tyres. Maybe he didn't mean to go onto soft tyres. Probably exactly what was going on. And now he is the first driver to be lapped. Goshen, meanwhile, not able to make the move on Lasso into turn 1. So maybe he'll have to try through turn 4 again. He has the DRS. He's not using the energy. Takes a little look, but holds on to second for now as Finley Norman just got past Sherlock. A bit of a stall on my voice box going on at the minute. Oh God, what's his name? Sorry, I'm having a bit of a brain fart at the minute. I'm not sure what's going on. Sorry, my voice just doesn't want to go at the minute. Change for the lead between Goshen and Lasso. Don't know what's going on with my voice. I'm not trying to sound so stilted. It's just stopping and starting. Hang on, I'm gonna drink something. Maybe that will help. Sorry about this. Oh, and the controller's being stupid again. That's never happened to me before. I guess maybe I've... Oh my God. What the... Okay, let's try to take this a bit slower. As Sherlock gets a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. I think I'm just trying to talk too fast, because now that I'm trying to measure myself... Yeah, it's a bit easier as we see Pookie making a move on Angel, getting past the second of the two Williams. I wonder how long in the making that move was for. Not quite the words I was trying to say in the right order, but oh well. Now trying to chase down A-Lord of the second Alfa Romeo. Lagand being chased down by his teammate Reese. And currently we've got a bit of a DRS train. Isti has managed to get back up to P6. Oh, that was very close from Dave. Almost collected. Fusion. Oh, we've got a yellow flag, and that's Reese who's spun after turn 9 or something. Somewhere in the twisty bits. Dave didn't have a particularly great second, third sector there, so he's under threat from Groffel. But at the minute, it's Quack who's looking like he could get past Shankstar. And the Alfa Romeo, in real life, it's pretty quick, and actually, very quick. Shankstar actually had the DRS, but he just seemed to let Quack past. Now Lasso, there was a change for the lead earlier. I don't know if I mentioned it. I know I was just having strange issues of actually speaking. Lasso was re-overtaken for the lead by Goshan, who is starting to extend, maybe? The gap is not great in Lasso's favour. He will have the DRS, but it looks like his driving is just not quite up to par. We've got a spin. Big Six on his hard tyres has had a spin, and probably one of his own making. I do know that the final corner before Jun Sao has been a bit tricky. You have too much throttle on, and for whatever reason, the car decides to spin. Something that's never ever happened before. Oh dear. So Pookie, he's down to 19th again. Hasn't made another pit stop, has he? Let's take a look. No, he hasn't. He's only made the one pit stop after he was collected by Daniel, so maybe he had a spin too? I didn't see. Not sure what happened here. Oh, we've had another spin though, and that would be Dave and Groffle through the second sector. Yellow flags for the two of them. Probably some cooked tyres as well. Lagan trying to get past Groffle now that the Aston Martin is going a bit slowly. Probably has some dirty tyres as well. And Lagan will get the DRS down the main straight. And it's looking like it's going to be a very easy overtake. Maybe the Aston Martin has more downforce. But that was a nice move, completed well before turn 1. Of course, now Groffle. Whoa, Groffle, never mind. He's not going to get the DRS. He's repeated his mistake that he made in qualifying. And now he finds himself behind Sherlock, who is still the first of the front-running cars to have made a pit stop, I think. We've got, Finley Norman. He's not so much of a machine anymore. He's had a spin, was doing pretty well for himself, and now he's in P6 and probably has some pretty cooked tyres. Isti has made, I was about to say, he was making a nice comeback up to P5. Almost threw it all away again. But 2.3 seconds between him and Bubbly ahead. The gap is actually growing. Maybe Bubbly has less downforce on his Aston Martin. Quite possibly. TomTom in the podium positions. Let's take a look at all the position changes. Bubbly up 16 positions. TomTom up 4. Lasso only up 1. Isti only down 3 now. Finley Norman has gone down 2. Fusion up 3. Shankstar up 3 even. Level Fusion has gone up 5. Quack and Lagand more or less exactly where they started the race. And Shankstar actually running low on energy. Let's open that telemetry actually. Let's take a look at what people's energy reserves are like. Goshan, full energy reserves. He's that confident, and he doesn't. I guess he needs to be confident, or he has a right to be that confident, even because he is now. He was a second ahead of Lasso, who has used almost half of his energy reserves. TomTom has also used almost half of his energy. Bubbly has used more than half. Isti almost half. Finley Norman more than half. Fusion exactly half. Shankstar is below 10%, which is going to make him pretty vulnerable to the cars behind. Quack, not looking too healthy on the battery.
but does still have more than Shankstar. Is he going to use any of that down this straight? I don't think so. He'll probably wait for the next, the main straight, actually. It looks like we're going to have a move. No. Yes, in fact, we will. I thought these guys were going to peel into the pits. A-Lord actually backs off before making the move into turn 1 on Angel, and actually losing a little bit of time through the center S. Gets the DRS again, and he's going to have to make all that effort up, all that ground up again. The hard tyres not looking too happy around here. Jabba has just pit. Is that again? No, for the first time. So we are pretty much at half race distance, or at least pretty close to it. At least getting close to it. 14. Yeah, if we were halfway, it would be a 28 lap race. Goshan still holding on to first place, but Lasso keeping him honest, recovering his energy a little bit. So gonna try and make a move at some point, I imagine, but Goshan will be prepared. Oh, there's been a spin. I think that might be it's Quack, I think. Went the wrong way. So Quack's made a mistake and he's now in 10th position, but he's got a lot of breathing room to Sherlock behind, who is not exactly flying along. Made that pit stop, and yeah, he's still sort of squandering down here in the midfield. So Shankstar is now safe from Quack. Should be able to make the move on Fusion at some point. He's gradually building up his battery as well. Bubbly might be... who's that ahead? That's Big Six and Jabber, I think. Now, Big Six, I think, has disconnected. In fact, no, that's Jabber who's disconnected. Yeah, so even though he's an AI, he's still got a penalty. Big Six is way behind. Now Lasso, within 0.5 of a second of Goshan, he might well be able to make the move on this lap to get back up into the lead. He's getting closer and closer and closer, and he's gonna make the move into turn 1, but he's gone deep. Went pretty deep. He locked up, I think. However, I think that might have compromised Goshan a little bit, and yeah. Although Goshan does have the thingy, the DRS, wasn't able to make the ground back up as Shankstar comes into the pits. Oh, Lagan picks up a 3-second penalty as well for corner cutting. So now Goshan, probably the faster of these two drivers, behind Lasso. And this is where his energy reserves are going to come in handy. Let's take a brief look at how much energy... Oh, Lasso didn't actually use any, as Sherlock gets another 5-second penalty. 3-second penalty even. His first such penalty of the race. And actually, Lasso is coming in. As is Goshan. So, oh no! Oh, that was really close. Oh. So it's a battle of the pit stops for these two. Ooh. Yep, and the game's being strange again. TomTom also pitting. Finley Norman is pitting. Lagand is pitting. Quack is not. So TomTom is going to come out just ahead of Big Six, and which means he's quite a way ahead of Sherlock. About 2.5 seconds as Fusion picks up a 3-second time penalty now. Sherlock has 8 seconds of penalties. He's got a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane, and added on 3 seconds. On the other Ferrari has had a bit of a misfortune through the Center S. Lost a bit of time. It's just been a bit of a race to forget for Daniel after he tried to play the teammate. Oh, and the exact same thing has happened to Pookie. So these guys synchronized ever since that collision. Isti in the lead of the race at the minute, but it's Lasso technically, in effective lead of the race. 8.2 seconds behind. Is Goshan gonna be able to make the move? He's did take a little look. As I open up something to snack on. Smells nice. Now, Goshan, very close to the McLaren here. Might be able to make the move. Meanwhile, Sherlock, is that? Okay, I thought he was much closer to the... what's it called? The Aston Martin than it appeared. Actually just ghosting through Big Six's Mercedes. I wish that there were still names over the players, but for whatever reason, you can't activate that anymore in spectator mode. Meanwhile, Goshan closing and closing, but Lasso's just set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix so far. Yeah, well, we are, I think. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we are now just over half race distance. 25% of the real Grand Prix distance. Halfway through this 50% distance race. And these two guys just inseparable, basically. Lasso may have had the slower qualifying lap, but on race pace, these guys are... You can't really break them apart. Though, Goshan, pretty sure he is the slightly faster driver here. So Quack finds himself in P3, though I think that's because he hasn't pit yet. Yeah, he is the only driver on track who hasn't pit, meaning his tyres are gonna be, quite second-hand, as Goshan has now set the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. He got really close to Lasso there. Is he gonna be able to make another move into turn 4? We shall see. He's getting closer and closer. He's gonna make the McLaren dive to the inside. It's another Verstappen-Hamilton situation, and the move is still not quite completed yet, though I think Goshan is going to have it. Lasso still fighting side by side, but eventually has to yield. This is amazing racing. You can't separate these two. Oh, it was just a Williams. I thought it was Goshan for a second. That's the issue with having two teams with a very similar shade of blue. One needs to be pink or something. Or I don't know, just not light blue. Apologies if you can hear munching.
I'm just really hungry.
I've barely eaten all day. Oh, I think we've had another spin. Was it a spin? I think it might well have been. Though I don't know if it was Jabba or Isti. Hard to tell when you've got
4 cars with very similar colours.
Anyway, Lasso. Sorry, I just feel kind of like I'm watching the Belgian Grand Prix a bit here. Oh, that's Big Six unlapping himself, even though he's an AI, I think. Oh, got yellow flags. I think it was just a Red Bull making way. Yeah, Lagand. Something went on, and that's allowed Shankstar up into the points again. Isti has just got past Quack really easily as they both phase through Jabba. And Quack going really long on these hard tyres. He's got to stop eventually. I reckon, though, he'll probably go as long as he can on these hards and then put on a set of soft tyres.
Though, don't quote me on that. Maybe he will go to mediums, we'll see. These two still locked in combat. Lasso not going to be able to make the move on this occasion.
We'll have the DRS again down the second straight here, down to turn 4. Getting closer again, but elects not to make the move. Fun fact: that second straight used to go in the other direction. In fact, the center S
Didn't used to exist.
This entire track used to be a lot bigger. You may well have seen maps of it, but yeah,
Was very different back in the day. Used to take a good
2.5 minutes to go around.
though that was in the 1970s.
Is Lasso going to be able to make the move? Very easily, I think. Going round the outside, too. Leapfrog, that's the word I was thinking of. These two just leapfrogging every so often. Goshan, gonna try and leapfrog back. He's going for it. These two just can't separate each other. It's gonna take a mistake from one to really end this battle. They've been fighting all race long.
Meanwhile, another battle. Shankstar catching Lagand. I don't think this was going to be quite so difficult. And Shankstar going for it, using the energy, going up the inside of turn 4. And he's ahead of the Red Bull. And I bet Lagand is wishing that his Red Bull was as fast as the one in real life. Sadly, every car here is equal. Mostly. Oh! Speaking of changes of position, Lasso has just lost P1 again. So leapfrog has happened again. There's been another spin on the exit of Jun Sao. It's Jabba again. And Quack has just been passed by Sherlock. His tyres definitely second hand. Very, very old tyres. I want to see what the wear rate is. At least 60%. Looked like he was trying to make the move on Sherlock there.
I know there's probably a better way to switch between the cars, but this is just easier. So you're gonna have to live with the epilepsy. Ooh. This is shaping up to be a interesting fight. Actually, probably not. It's Finley Norman on 8-lap-old hards. Gonna try and get past Quack on 24-lap-old hards. It's not really even a contest, is it? Especially with the aid of the DRS. And Quack, I think, is going to get unlapped. Be unlapped. Wow, Groffle sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix. Though he is on soft tyres, those aren't going to last very long at all. And Ligand has actually just repassed Shankstar here. Oh, that's such an awful camera angle, honestly. Now, I don't know if Shankstar made a mistake there. Maybe he did, or maybe it was just on pace with the DRS. They are on very similar aged tyres. I guess this is really well that the action is at. Ooh, Isti getting close to Bubbly here. Now, as you may recall, Isti started the race in P2, found himself practically dead last on the before lap 1 had even begun. Now he's back up into P4, which is a decent recovery. Oh! Look who spun and hit the center S's again. Groffle just doesn't seem to like that corner, and you know what? I don't blame him. Not an easy corner to get right, and I think there's been an incident. That is Lateral Fusion rejoining after spinning. I think that's Lateral Fusion anyway, and hey, guess who's finally quacked under the pressure and put on some new tyres? It's Quack. Yeah. So soft tyres, he will be pretty fast for a few laps, but that pace is going to disappear rapidly. Meanwhile, Bubbly is trying to stay with Isti, and Lasso and Goshen still locked in combat. I think Groffle's had another incident just before Junsao. We've got more penalties coming. A-Lord. Let's take a look at the penalties. 6 seconds for Ligand, 3 for Lateral Fusion, 6 for A-Lord, 8 for Sherlock, 3 each for Isti and Bubbly. And Lasso, I think, is going to be able to... Oh, Groffle! Okay, he's not crashed. He's come into the pit lane. Tyres were cooked, I reckon. And Lasso catching up again, and the leapfrog game continues. Goshen, still having to go rather deep. Still manages to hold on, but I think Goshen is going to try come back into turn 4 again. He's using up his energy. The leapfrog game continues yet again, and Lasso has to settle for now. Well, just settle for P2 for now. Obviously, he's not going to settle for it at the end of the race. He's going to fight for P1 for all he's worth. As that, I think, was Dave. As Quack sets the fastest rate lap of the race. And yes, that was Dave. Pookie has been sort of in no man's land for ages now. He is gradually catching up to Reese now. But I think that's going to be the best position he can do. Oh no! Who's that spun? It was Big Six. Okay, I thought it was Tom Tom. Never mind though, it was just Big Six. Running dead last.
Lasso and Goshan still locked together. Will the game of Leapfrog continue?
Well, Lasso's going to have the DRS. Is he going to try and make the move? He took a little look, a nosy, stayed behind. Happy to stay behind. Bubbly, meanwhile, losing a tiny little bit of time to Isti ahead, but keeping Isti honest here. Finley Norman also getting close to Sherlock. I mean, he's going to get Sherlock anyway, as Sherlock has 8 seconds of penalties and Finley does not have any, and well, it helps if Sherlock goes wide too. Onto the runoff, that is P6 on the road for Finley Norman, and that's probably going to be the best he can do unless he can catch up another 7 or so seconds and catch the 2 drivers in 4th and 5th out. Oh, yellow flag, that's sick. Big 6 again. Exact same corner. I reckon he'll try and retire after that. Lasso using the energy. He's going to make the move into turn 4. We've got rubbish camera angles again. And Lasso did make the move. Goshan is fighting it though. Look how much ground he made. Lasso's going to have the inside of this particular corner though. Oh, they're getting close! And that's it! That's the mistake I was talking about. Oh, they both made contact. Lasso went off the track. He's gained 3-second penalty for his trouble. It's not like he was trying to cut the corner, but yeah, that's the battle over. A mistake was possibly going to happen, but now it has happened. Goshan, lucky to get out of that without any sort of damage. I think Lasso didn't get any damage either. So is that going to motivate TomTom? See if he can catch up 3 seconds and nab P2. Oh, I was about to start commentating on this battle, but there's no need anymore as Pookie has got past Reese really easily. I would have thought that if this was real life, I would have thought that Reese was having a technical issue because of just how slow he was. Maybe though, he did that on purpose to get the DRS and re-overtake Pookie, which he does fairly easily. But it's going to be another case of Goshan and Lasso. And Pookie does get the inside for turn 3. He's going to have the DRS as well. I think Reese was muscling his way as well. So, oh yeah, he's tried to cut Pookie off a bit there, I think. But it didn't end up going very well. Went on to the runoff and Pookie takes P13. So Quack, trying not to quack under the pressure again. See if he can get P2 on the road. He does have P2 anyway, as Fusion does have. And Dave is retired. And we get a safety car. So that could bring Lasso back into contention somewhat. But it's a very late safety car. In fact, so late, we might not get any DRS running. Oh, and Isti gets a drive-through penalty. Oh dear. Something that he has to serve, or he gets a 30-second post-race penalty. So that is Isti out.
out of the points regardless. That has ruined his race. What? You front wing for Daniel, that's strange. And there's a safety car coming in. The 536. Yeah. We won't get any more DRS running after this. I think this is more or less the finishing order. And Lasso, his race has been ruined somewhat because of that safety car. That's going to allow TomTom into P2. So it was a really great race between these two. It has ended up being ruined by a safety car. And a mistake, I guess. But we'll see what they can do on these final 2 laps under running. Can Lasso at least take P1 on the road? He won't win, but it's the glory that counts, I guess. The thought that counts, whatever. Finley Norman picks up 3 seconds. He already had 3 seconds, didn't he? What? I don't know. Game's being weird, but Finley has just lost 5th position to Bubbly. And Bubbly was in 4th. He's lost time to Isti. I think his tyres might be a little bit on... Actually, no, they're brand new. So, let's see. You could look at the penalties again. So, Bubbly, I think, is going to be 4th anyway. Because Isti has... Yeah, he's about to serve that drive-through penalty now. And if he's lucky, he'll still be in the points. In fact, he's only 6th. Lagand, though, and his and Quack rapidly approaching. Where is Isti gonna end up? I think he will still be in the points, but he's gone down to P8. So it hasn't completely ruined his race, but he had such a great comeback. And now it's all ruined again somewhat as... Oh, pardon me. As Level Fusion sets the fastest lap of the Grand Prix, 109.355. So that's a bit unusual. But he's had clean air to do it. And it was a titanic battle at the front of the race. But in the end, one of these 2 drivers had to fail, the other will prevail, and the one who will be prevailing is Goshan in the Alpine. He converts pole position into victory. Lasso loses P2 on as a result of his penalty. The controller's being stupid again, thank you. Bubbly will finish P4, Finley Norman P5, Lagand P6, which I think is his best finishing position for a while. Isti apparently didn't serve his drive-through penalty, even though we all know he did. You saw that, didn't you? So Isti gets a stupid, unnecessary 20-second penalty. We all know that he served that penalty. So he was P8 and will remain P8 because that is ridiculous. He served that penalty. But the game, I guess, wasn't paying attention. Ridiculous. That's so stupid. Yeah, how does it go? F1 fixed or whatever? And people keep using to say, oh, Hamilton was robbed.
Isti was robbed. Well, thanks for stream, guys. I can only really apologise for
what I personally feel has been a poor standard of commentating tonight
from me.
For whatever reason, I had a real issue getting my words out halfway through, and I've just been a bit too silent. I mean, Crofty and Martin, they always find something to talk about, but me, if I can't find something to talk about, I just can't exactly talk about anything. It's not easy.
But yeah, there we go. That is the Sao Paulo round. Goshan wins. I think he does already have the lead in the Drivers' Championship. And Isti, despite that stupid penalty, he should almost certainly be P8. So there we go.